Good. Well, thanks again for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, let's just kind of start out. One of the things I'm always really curious about is how people decide to get into the mattress space, just in general. So, talk a little bit about what motivated you to start Layla, how you decided to kind of get into this company and this vertical specifically.
So I don't think anybody really decides to get into this vertical. For me, I kind of fell into it backwards. I was born in it. I grew up in it. My family had furniture stores. My dad had a ton of furniture stores when I was growing up, and so since I was like 7 years old, my brother and I would work weekends, work summers, and kind of help out and start in the warehouse. And by the time we finished college, we were, buying and, had titles like vice president of operations and stuff like that. So I spent my entire life on the showroom floor of a furniture store, and I spent a lot of time in the mattress department. Layla kind of just evolved out of that. It kind of just people ask me like, "Oh, how'd you start Layla?" I kind of didn't start it. Like it just kind of started itself, and it came from an evolution of like a bunch of issues and problems that needed solutions, and a lot of it just being that the retail experience was broken. So about 10 years ago is really when my older brother and I were kind of like, hey, this is not like so much fun anymore. There's there's some issues, and some of them being like, we would have manufacturers come into our store try to sell us product, and they would just play games, and they do things like, hey, your competition down the street's got this same bed, but we'll just slap a different name on it, and you can mark it up, and that way your customers can't price shop. And do you remember, like, not too long ago, every mattress was double sided, right?
Okay. I don't remember that, but okay.
Well, when I was growing up, like every mattress in the world was a double-sided mattress. You would flip it and turn it. And that's what we would tell our customers: flip your mattress and turn it every 3 months. And then the industry got together and decided, hey, you know what? Um, let's save on costs and let's try to sell more product by making mattresses one-sided. And so my brother and I, we're like, we're the two guys that are like making money doing this, and we were like turned off by it. So we were like, hey, I'm pretty sure our customers are getting a little tired of it. So Layla was kind of born out of like, hey, let's put an end to the showrooms, let's put an end to the games, let's put an end to the price haggling, let's put an end to like the ridiculously high like profit margins, and go back to like the double-sided story and give customers options and give them like a pleasant shopping experience.
I mean, you've already spoken to this a little bit with respect to the customer experience and providing a flippable mattress, but what other opportunities in the market did you see that you felt like Layla could fill?
Well, obviously, like, you know, when we were growing up in the business, the common thing you would hear all the time was like, "Oh, you're not going to buy furniture on the internet. You're not going to buy mattresses on the internet." And so that was obviously a thing that my brother and I took as a challenge, and thank God for the invention of like roll pack machines and things like that. We're able to compress and roll mattresses now and ship them all over the country and all over the world. But the double sided thing for us was really important, and it's unique to our brand because as lifelong furniture brick and mortar retailers, my brother and I kind of said like, look, one of the things that is the largest stopping point or hesitation for customers to buy a product online is that they're not trying it in a store
Mhm.
and they're not feeling it. And so a lot of customers don't know if it's right for them. So we said, well, look, why don't we give them at least two shots to get it right? So we'll bring back the double-sided story, and we'll make one side firm and one side soft. And that's, as far as I know, that had never been done before. And so we kind of patented that story of like, okay, you're buying something online, you're not in a store, you're not trying it. What if it's the biggest complaint is like, what if it's too soft or what if it's too firm? Okay, well, we've solved that problem by making one side soft and one side firm. So try them both out, and don't just try them for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes like you would in a store. Try them out for 4 months, and if it's not for you, you get a full refund.
What do you think it is about the construction of the mattress that makes it ideal for side sleepers?
Well, I think when you sleep on when you turn your body to the side, that's when it is its oddest shape, I guess you could say. And so you don't have even sections of the body. You have your hips, which protrude more than your waist, and you have your shoulders, which go out, and your head's in, and your feet, and all that stuff. So what you really need is conformity. What you really need is a product that conforms to your body when you sleep on your side, so that everything's getting supported equally. And so what we had to do, and our products evolved over time, and what we've had to do to help support that theory even more was create different levels of densities and support in different parts of the mattress. So like our transition layer has more support in the center for your hips and your waist than it would for your feet or your head, because your feet and your head doesn't need as much support as your hips or your shoulders do when you're sleeping on your side. So we've definitely done things like that to make it more conducive to support when your body's laying on its side.
Where do you see Layla in the next 5 years? You have spoken about trying to keep your products really simple, offering just 2 mattresses. So what's next for Layla as a company?
I think we've always believed in like slow and steady organic growth. Obviously, we've been doing this for our entire lives. We're basically second generation. We're not in it for the cash grab. We believe in building a foundation. We believe in operations. We believe in customer service. I think we have the best customer service in the industry. And we believe in building a household brand that can expand its products into other categories possibly. I mean, right now, like I said, we're focused on what we call awake products instead of sleep products. But in order to be your best awake, you have to get good sleep. So, we've expanded in a short period of time to, things like weighted blankets and adjustable bases and pillows. And we just launched our Layla comforter last month, which is doing really well in the summertime, go figure. But number one, to answer your question, we want to expand our products. We want to expand our line. And I think there's an opportunity for Layla products to be introduced in brick and mortar stores. I think there's definitely an opportunity to have that relationship and that experience there, because we still do get feedback from customers saying, hey, can I try it somewhere? And as much as you, being an online D2C brand, as much as you want to fight that, you have to say to yourself, like, why are you fighting with the customer if that's what they want? Then let's figure out a way to work with them and help the retailer, help the brick and mortar retailer provide that kind of Layla culture and experience to the customer in their stores. So I think that's another thing that we can see for Layla in the near future.